Good morning, Mathletes and Familiars. It is Wednesday, not Friday, February 6th. And Caitlin, let me just say, I have never been more proud of you than when you did the Gangnam Style jalapeno popper dance. Today I've got a special treat for you guys, some guest stars. Fellow basketball team members Rachel and Sarah will be commenting on an article that recently appeared in the Caltech newspaper and caused a little bit of a stir, both over its ridiculousness and its offensiveness. So I hope you enjoy.
Caltech Couture. Two Caltech personalities. We're talking about Lily and Chelsea. Chelsea is the girl who needs lots of help.
Project.
The project
scenario.
Whereas Lily is the guru.
Oh. Guru.
Yeah, well, they don't use guru in this. I had to one up Nina's vocabulary.
Not too difficult, actually. After winter break, because of New Year's resolutions, because that's a thing, Chelsea came back to campus a new person. She was spotted at the Macy's on Lake Avenue, practically swallowing Lily's wise words about makeup and soaking up the atmosphere of feminine attractiveness, elegance, and seduction. During her 3 weeks of break, she devoted most of her time to transforming herself into the heroine of that distant, intangible dream she always had as a little girl.
By the second week of break, the reason for her transformation became a vague memory. She no longer got butterflies in her stomach when she heard his name. Instead, Chelsea felt turned inside out with rosy anxiety every time she thought of all the makeup techniques she has yet to try and the fashion items she has yet to acquire and learn how to wear. Chelsea had great respect for her roommate Lily, the heroine of this story, who painstakingly opened the world of femininity to her.
Physically being a female is not enough, Lily told her. No one knows who's hiding under that t-shirt. You have to use clothing to your advantage, emphasize your feminine traits, hide your less attractive traits, ... Lily's words seemed written in gold to Chelsea. She realized that she was not a girl, but a girl. Not a man girl who was only feminine by the biological definition, as Lily liked to call them, but a true girl.
Lily took pride in her new student. At times she went out of her way to guide Chelsea. Her first hints to Chelsea that girls' legs and armpits should be either shaven or waxed regularly, but definitely not au naturel, were made purely out of social politeness. That's terribly worded, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. All of the sentences.
Try to avoid using, like, plural possessives. They're just...
We're nitpicking now.
Just a really long clause.
A really long clause. That's exactly what it is. Lily was rather strict with Chelsea because she foresaw the traps lying in front of the novice. Lying, okay, whatever. I can't pronounce that. That's my bad.
Well, it says laying. I don't know if that's the...
Laying in front of the novice. You should just avoid that, too. I've seen...
You should avoid things that confuse Trip, is what I'm getting at.
I've seen these traps, too, and I'm grateful that my mother guided me past them as early as late elementary school. The first time I thought of this, I thought of prostitutes. Which is like...
Sorry, what?
In middle school, we used to make fun of, like, the elementary school girls and the really younger middle school girls who were on our bus.
You sound like a fun middle schooler.
I was a bitchy middle schooler. Basically, we called them prostitutes. Anyone who's, like, more than 3 years younger than us, but wearing, like, more makeup than us. Also, I don't really wear makeup in middle school.
What
so
about scandalous clothes?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Toddlers and tiaras. Does
They're
that
not,
count?
like...
Yeah, that's...
Prostitutes?
Seriously, though? Because, like, I feel like they're not being like, hey, sex me up, yo.
That's not what they're saying.
They're like 4.
That's fair, I guess.
Well-applied makeup does not stand out as makeup. Instead, it makes the face stand out as a beautiful face. Lining eyes all around with black does not enhance the face. Instead, all that a person sees is 2 black circles shackling the eyes.
Aww, so deep. Lily's good guidance created a new Chelsea. It's great.
Yeah.
You know what?
What?
I'm gonna have plenty of days when people like Lily are gonna be really disappointed in me.
Does that hurt you?
You know, yeah.
It does. Hurts
Yeah.
you right here.
Right here.
Right here.
What are you doing?
No,
Trying my best
to be
not
a
to be a
man
man girl. I'm trying to, you know.
This is how it happens.
And then we have this, like, 4-paragraph tangent about Eric, who's another Caltech student, who's really depressed.
I don't know
In
how
an
it
article
fits
about
in.
fashion.
It is Caltech
Explain
Couture.
that one to me.
Talk
Something
about his
New Year's
hair
resolutions
dyeing.
and making a change.
Making a change.
Was the hair dyeing outfit in? I don't think...
He was the
The
guy
guy
who
who
dyed
dyed
his
his
hair.
Was that referred to previously? Is this a carryover from a previous article that nobody read?
Maybe.
Sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't read it, so she might be referencing things. So.
There we go. That makes a little more sense. He's not just...
Does it, though?
No.
Does it?
I can see how Nina would think it might make more sense.
Okay.
That's assuming that people actually read the previous article. So I'm pretty sure what happened here is one person read this and was so outraged, or like laughed so hard that they were like...
Showed it to everyone? Yeah.
Showed it to everyone. Where's the part about Eric and the drugs?
His parents also deduced that in his scornful solitude, Eric got into
Scornful
drugs.
solitude.
was driving himself into a vicious cycle.
Of what?
Drugs.
She like uses really common phrases, but not like quite in.
Not properly.
Usually, it's a specific kind of vicious cycle. A cycle of drug use, a cycle of depression,
Cycle of not talking to his parents.
cycle of not talking to anybody.
Yeah. Cycle of dyeing his hair.
These are things you think about. Things I think about. People use things poorly in their words.
Oh, okay.
Use words incorrectly.
I thought you were having a vicious cycle of all of those things that we just listed.
Do we need to
Usage
talk about
of
your
words.
vicious cycle of drug use?
Yeah, just all the time.
Not yet.
We got distracted by the vicious cycle part and didn't read the next sentence. It was also somewhat entertaining. Parents didn't bring up the drugs with him for the sake of preserving the mutual trust and respect that the three of them silently had for each other.
It's healthy.
Healthy. Instead, they let him transfer. Cool.
That solves all his problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Apparently.
that's actually like her solution. Like being a man girl, find all the makeup. Like you're having a tough time.
A tasteful of it,
transfer.
not all of it. New year, new term, new hopes.
Aside from the unfortunate case of Eric, the campus seems energetic.
Oh, and then Chelsea finds the books in her suitcase that she was going to read over break.
So
And
basically,
sighs and puts them back on her shelf.
she must sacrifice her love of knowledge to become a man girl. Is that what we're?
Well,
Or to avoid being a man girl?
We
Yes.
may have misinterpreted these last two sentences. Somehow she would have to find a way to combine her newfound strength with academics. This is where the true power of a girl like her lies.
Deep.
Is it though?
Deep as a puddle in the olive walk. Even if you don't want to step in it. But really just an annoyance.
Our student body is not well represented here.
These aren't the two personalities we put for, like, the admissions office, right?
Yeah, because that'd be two really bad things to advertise.
Man girls and people who are depressed.
That's what we have at Caltech.
Sometimes they overlap, but that's not really covered.
We forgot about the other category. The guys who are depressed who then become man girls. It's just a vicious cycle. A vicious cycle.
Got any last words?
She washed her hands of
I've
this.
washed my hands of that.
Fine.
Thanks.
Penis!
That's going in the video.